Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, Project Betty White may need some door glass, and this is my fault. Glass got stuck down in the bottom. I thought I'll just pry it up. It's got a dead spot in the motor, whatever. Grabbed it too hard with some pliers to pull on it, and it shattered. So it was off to our favorite junkyard to grab a new door. And of course, if you want to know how to get a door off, you're going to watch Bleepin' Jeep's video on how to take a junkyard Cherokee door off. It was spectacular. Now, of course, I didn't get to video any of that because I was sawing with the Sawzall, but you'll trust me, that's how you get a door off. Then it was time to bring it home, strip it down, put it back together, and yeah, we had to clean out a lot of broken glass. Now, when you're taking this door panel apart, there's only really like 3 or 4 screws on this thing, and then it's a bunch of 30-year-old plastic clips, which, surprisingly, we didn't break any of them. So kudos to Jeep for throwing some good plastic in those doors. I guess since the sun didn't hit them, the little push button clips didn't fall apart. And then it was time to vacuum some glass. Now, it took a hot minute to get everything ripped apart, and I'm going to spare you the details, but if you are in need of taking a door apart for a Cherokee, there are 100 videos on how to do this stuff. I prefer to leave the door handle and the controllers in. If you have a crank window, you gotta take the crank off, but they come apart really easy. Now that that's all, for the most part, ripped apart, time to rip apart our fresh door and make sure the window motor works. So I just jumped some battery wires and made sure the window went up and down. Another pro tip, Bleepin' Jeep did this at the junkyard with just a little battery off a drill, and that's genius. That way you don't get it home to find out if it works or not. You can do it right at the junkyard. We just trusted that this one was going to work, and it did. It worked really good. It has a lot of power left in it, so yeah, just rip it apart. And then you find out that somebody tinted the glass, and they actually did a phenomenal job. But we don't have tinted glass, and I'm not tinting all the other windows to match this one. I hate tinting. So, rip it apart. Now, fortunately, there was some other projects we were doing today too, so I got to work on those rear drums, and both wheel seals were good. I couldn't believe it when I ripped the axles apart, but both wheel cylinders, they were leaking. So it just left a hot mess in there, and I can't believe that the emergency brake worked, because it was just so cruddy and crummy inside. But, 2 cans of brake clean, and it's ready to go. Now, if you don't have a drum spring compressor tool, you need to go to Harbor Freight and buy one. This thing is so much easier, and you could probably reuse the old hardware, because this spring compressor, it does exactly what it says it does. It just compresses that little spring that holds those shoes on, and you can push that pin around and get it clocked just right so everything comes apart. Now, for years, I did this with a pair of channel locks or a little pair of vice grips, and I always bent them. So if you're not planning on buying new hardware, definitely go get you that tool. It'll save you a couple of bucks. But everything was just so disgusting in there. I just got a hardware kit. I think it was like $17 for a new hardware kit, which comes with all the little springs and all the little buttons you need everywhere, and new cables for the emergency brake. And it looks a lot better when you're done. And then you're not sitting there scrubbing parts, because I hate scrubbing brake parts. You never get them clean. Now, it took a while to get those backing plates clean, but everything goes back together when it's clean. That's just my general rule here. And it took 20 minutes to get those wheel cylinders off. And pro tip, you're going to want to throw some heat at them. I usually use a plumber's torch, couldn't find mine, ended up just using a big butane lighter, did the same thing. As soon as they get hot, they just break loose. So if yours won't come off, just give it a little bit of heat.
So, I'm Lord Caleb Tribus the Great, and this is Betty White, a piece of crap. So we got the new door off another piece of crap, Cherokee, and we thought we could just replace the glass from the new door onto this and the regulator, but the reason that the regulator's not letting the window go up and down is because Betty White, the piece of crap she is broke. So hopefully the new door is better. Let's go check it out. And wouldn't you know it, Lord Caleb Schweiben's the Great's luck has not lucked him out. The piece of crap we got this off of was a piece of crap and in fact broke because it is a piece of crap. So, after thinking about it for all of a few minutes, we came up with the perfect solution and we fabricated our own patch. And look how well that fits. It's like we know what we're doing.
Sometimes the easiest solution is just hack apart stuff and put it back together. And it worked. That window motor mounting point is a lot stronger, and even if I only get like 2 or 3 years out of it, let's be honest, this kid's probably going to destroy this thing before that thing breaks again. So it was off to just finishing up. Now, I did one side of brake drum, and after the door was put together, I told the boys they had to do the other side. And they asked for a lot of help, but they finally got everything put back together. So today, good day. Fixed the window that I may have broke, and put a new door panel on there, and it looked really nice. The old door panel had some paint or something on it. The new one still looks good and same color interior, so it worked out. Both drums are done. Emergency brake works. All new parts. That thing stops on a dime now, and it is just about time to go get this thing inspected and a license plate put on it, because this kid's about to start driving. And I'm about out of money to fix this thing. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, go anywhere, do anything.